Now we are going to look at that exercise 1. Prepare the accounts in the book of Amala and Co Company for the following year 2018 to 2019, and particular capital 850,000 and cash 300,000, machinery 100,000, ICICI Bank 450,000, and the transaction during the period April 1st, good purchase on credit from the Sanford Traders, local supplier Tamil Nadu, for the following, reference number 251. So the electronic items, and second one is April 1st, good purchase from the Muhammad Traders. So the details that they will provide for us, and there are two type of stock group, electronic items and the food items. You know that electronic items 12% into the tax. You can see the electronic item computer 12%, so they are getting 12%, the electronic items 12% in the GST rate, and the food items it's a 5%. So the details they will provide, and also they selling in the credit local customer and also out of the state they are selling GST rate, they are selling into the Delhi also. So we are going to look at this exercise and how can we enter the transaction into the tally. Now we are going to enter the opening balance into the Amala Co Company. So I have created Amala and Co Company, the current period as per the question 1st for 2018 to 31st 2019. The current date is under April 2018. If I want to be enter the opening balance, I go to the accounts info under the ledger and create single ledger. So the first one is capital 850,000. so I'm going to be enter capital 850,000. so under the capital account, our state is Tamil Nadu, so I'm going to be enter the capital is 850,000. I'm going to be enter, then yes. The second one is case 300. Case is default account into the tally, so I'm going to be press a page up key, profit and loss cash account. So I'm going to be enter the amount. The amount is 300,000 debit, yes. The next one is machinery 100,000. so I'm going to be enter the details. Machinery, it is coming under the fixed asset, so fixed asset, how much? It's 100,000. The next one is ICICI Bank 450,000. so I'm going to be enter the ICICI Bank. It is coming under the bank account, it is current assets, you can see, and the amount is how much? 450,000 debit, yes. So you can see right now the total debit equals to credit, so our opening balance is correct. So now we are going to look at the transaction during the period. We studied about the process of GST setup with the transaction. First we have to be enable GST into tally. So how can we enable the GST? First I'm going to be come back to the gateway of tally, and I'm going to press F11 into the keyboard, otherwise you can press here the features. If you press, the company features will be up here, so then you can go to the statutory and the taxation will be come, so you can press, and you can see here enable good and service tax and set alter GST details. I'm going to be type yes as well, here also yes. Then if you press yes, the GST details will be appear. Our state is Tamil Nadu, So I'm going to be enter. The register type is a regular mean registered, we have already registered. Then access of the territory, no, GST applicable from 1 April 2018. It's mean that our company starting date. And then GST number we have to be enter, but I don't have a number right now, so I just want to be illustrate. I'm going to be enter. So the warning will come, GST not specified. It's mean that every company has the TIN number, GST number, so we have to be enter. I don't have right now, so I'm going to be enter. And GST we are paying based on the month, not quarter, so I'm going to press monthly. And then e-way bill applicable, yes, other things are I'm going to press. And the set all the GST rate details, I'm going to be type yes. If you type yes, the GST details for the company will be appear. So you can taxability, I'm going to be choose taxable. And integrate tax rate, I'm going to put that our company main selling item is a computer, it's a 12%, so I'm going to be put that 12%. I'm just put that 12%, right? And then I'm going to be enter, and then yes and yes, accept yes. So now GST enable value added tax, no, I'm going to be enter. And PAN number I don't have. If you are the proper company, you have every details, but currently I don't have, that's what I'm going to be enter. And corporate ID number I don't have. If you run the company, you have all the details, you have to be enter here. So then I'm going to be accept yes. So now now we have done the enable GST into Tally. So now I'm going to be back, come to the gateway of Tally. The next one is stock creation with the GST rate. So first we have to be look at that what are the stock group creation. So how can we create the stock group? So you can see that electronic items, it's a group, and the other one is food items. So there are two stock group. So first I'm going to be create these two group. How can we enter the stock group? Go to the inventory info and stock group and create single stock group. The first one is electronic item. So the electronic items I'm going to be type, it is coming under the primary, and it's asking should quantities of items be added, yes, and set alter GST details, I'm going to be press yes, and it's come the GST details for the stock group. So taxability, yes, it is taxable, and the rate is, you know that electronic items 12%, I'm going to be enter the 12% in electronic items. Then I'm going to be accept yes. The second group is food items, so I'm going to be, you can see the second item food item 5%, so I'm going to be enter food items, it is primary, and should quantities of item added, yes, and set alter GST details, yes. So if you type yes, the GST details for the stock group will become, I'm going to be enter the taxable, and then rate is, you know that 5%, food item 5%, so 5%, and I'm going to be serve. So we have enter food items group and electronics item group. Under the electronic item, what are the items we enter into the Tally, it will automatically GST will be calculate. As well, if we enter under the food item stock, it will automatically calculate GST rate 5%, right? So that's what I enable into the electronic items 12% and food item 5%, right? So now I'm going to be under the unit measurement. If you took the unit measurement numbers and kilogram, if it is computer numbers, but food item sugar 500 kilograms and rice 2000 kilograms, so it means that measurement is kilogram and numbers I'm going to be enter into the tally. So now I'm going to be back, and the second one is unit of measures, create symbol numbers, it's a numbers, the formal name is numbers, then yes, other one is kilogram, right? So the kg, kilogram, and then yes, okay. So we have entered the unit of measurement. So the next one is we have to be enter the stock items. There are five stock item. Under the electronic item 3 items, and under the food item 2 items we have to be enter. So I'm going to be enter the stock item, create single. So the first one is I'm going to be enter the electronic item i3 computer. So I'm going to be type i3 computer. It is coming under the electronic item. If we select the electronic item, automatically 12% implement if we sell or purchase, because we have already set up into the electronic items 12%. So that's why I'm going to be choose electronic item, and it's measured by the numbers, and GST applicable, yes, applicable, and other one is default. The opening balance, I don't have an opening balance because it's a new company, so I'm going to be S. The second is i5 computer. It is coming under the electronic items. It's also numbers, measure by, and GST applicable, yes, and others are default. The next one is i7 computer, and it's coming under the electronic items and numbers, and GST applicable, and others are default. The next one is sugar and rice. So sugar, and it is coming under the food items, and it's measured by the kilogram and applicable, and other things are default, yes. The next one is rice item. So I'm going to be type rice, and it is coming under the food items. If I choose the food items, 5% automatically enable, right? So it is measured by the kilogram and GST applicable, and other things are default. So now I have done the second process, stock creation with GST rate. The third one is create the CGST, SGST, IGST. So if it is within the state transaction or local transaction, CGST and SGST will be implemented. So I need to be create these ledgers into the ledger creation. So I'm going to be create, go to the accounts info, and the accounts info ledger under the create. So the first one is CGST. So it is coming under the duties and tax, and it is GST, and CGST mean central good and service tax. So I'm going to be choose central tax, and the percentage I'm not going to be put here because we have already put into the stock. So then the rounding is not applicable, and opening balance, there is no opening balance. I'm going to create right now. So then accept. So I have created CGST. The next one is SGST. it means it is coming under the duties and tax, and it is coming under the GST. SGST means state good and service tax, so I'm going to choose the state tax, and I'm not going to put the percentage here, so not applicable the rounding, and then S. The next one is IGST. I'm going to be enter the IGST, and it is coming under the duties and tax, and GST under the GST, and is integrated tax. Percentage I'm not going to be put here, so the rounding method no, and provide bank details no, and other things are default, and then yes. So the third process also we have done. So now we are going to enter the transaction. First we have done the enable GST into the tally. The second we done the stock creation with the GST rate, and the third we done create the CGST, SGST and IGST. So now we are going to do the transaction. The first one, April 1st good purchase on credit from the Sunfur Traders. He is the local suppliers, Tamil Nadu. If it is local suppliers or within state, so CGST and SGST will be implemented. So the further following reference number they given for us 251. So electronic item GST rate 12%. Okay. So now I'm going to be enter. So if we purchase, we have to be enter these details into the purchase voucher. So I'm going to go to the gateway of tally and go to the transaction, under the transaction accounting voucher, and then we need to choose the purchase vouchers. The purchase voucher is, so supplier invoice number, the reference number 251. Now I'm going to be type 251. The date is 1 April 2018. Then party's name, the name is Sunfur Traders. So there is no Sunfur Traders. I'm going to create the company. If I want to be create the company, old plus C, and I'm going to put the name Sunfur Traders. He is the Sunday creditors because we are buying from him, and I'm going to type yes India, and state is Tamil Nadu. Our company also Tamil Nadu, and Sunfur Traders also Tamil Nadu. You can see here Sunfur Traders local supplier Tamil Nadu. So we have to be enter the Tamil Nadu pin code. If you have, you can enter, and PAN number you can enter if you have. The tax registration, under the tax registration detail, regular mean he is the register. I need to enter the GST number, so I don't have. If you are working with the company, so you know well, so you can enter the details GST number. So I don't have right now, so I'm going to be enter, and set all the GST details no, then accept. So then other things are I just enter. So the second one is purchase ledger. I'm going to be create the purchase ledger. The purchase ledger name is local credit purchase, right, purchase, and I'm going to choose the purchase account. It's coming under the purchase account, and the discount not applicable, and I just applicable, and other things are default. So now I'm going to be under the details of the transaction. So Sunfur Traders we get electronic items, i3 computer 5 numbers. So I'm going to be type I'm going to choose the i3 computer 5 numbers. The rate is i3 computer 15,000, so 15,000 each. The second we are buying i5 4 numbers. So if I type the i5 computer, how many numbers? 4 numbers 20,000, 4 numbers in 20,000. The next one is i7 computer 10 numbers. i7 computer, 7 numbers, the total each 25,000, each 25,000. Now the total amount is 330,000. So in this 330,000 we have to be implemented the tax. So how can we implement the tax? First I am going to be press the enter. It will come one space. So again I am going to be press. It will come after the total amount. So at the time you can calculate the tax. How can we calculate? We have already created CGST, SGST, IGST. So this is the local company. So we have to implement that CGST and SGST. So first I am going to be type SGST. SGST, if we implement, so 19,800. The next CGST, if I enter the CGST also will be automatically calculate. If you want to be check, you can check it out. How can you check? I'm going to press Ctrl plus N, the calculator will come. So the total amount 330,000. So 330,000. The tax rate is 12%, SGST 6%, CGST 6%. So I'm going to be enter 0.06 SGST. So the total amount 19,800, right? This amount. And as CGST also same, the total amount is 313,000, and then tax rate for the CGST 0.06, and the total amount 19,800. So the tax calculation is correct. So calculator will go on. So and then I'm going to be enter the provide GST e-way bill provide yes, and just enter the details. Just enter, then I'm going to be X. So the first I'm going to be no, and if you want to be know that text details, click here the text analysis. So you can see the i3 computer with the total amount, total purchase taxable 330,000 is the total taxable value, and duties or tax value 39,600. i3 computer 75,000 we buy, in that tax is 9,000, as well i5 80,000 we buy, 9,600 is the tax value, and i7 the value is 175,000, the tax is 21,000, total tax value is 39,600, right? So I'm going to be press escape. Yes, I'm going to enter. So now the first transaction done. Second transaction, April 1st, good purchase on credit from the Muhammad Traders local supplies company. It's mean Tamil Nadu. Reference number 156. We buy electronic items and food items. Okay, we buy electronic items, food items. So we know that electronic items 12%, food item 5%. So okay, so now we are going to enter, it is the purchase, so we are going to enter into the purchase voucher. So again purchase voucher, the supplier numbers, reference number 156, the date is 1st April 2018, the party's name is Muhammad Traders. So I'm going to be create the Muhammad Traders, old plus C, Muhammad Traders. He is the Sunday creditor, so I'm going to choose the Sunday creditors, and he is a Tamil Nadu. It's a very important Tamil Nadu. Pin code you have to enter, the company details you have to enter, PAN IT number you have to be enter. If you are working in the company and you know the company's PAN number, so you have to enter, and he is the registered company. So regular we have to choose the regular, and set GST details, then yes. So then I'm going to just enter purchase ledger. I'm going to be choose the local credit purchase, and then I'm going to enter the details. So i3 computer 8 numbers. i3, I'm going to choose the i3 computer. 8 numbers I'm buying. The total amount, the each one 16,000, right? So 16,000 each. The second we buying i5 computer, 5 numbers. i5 computer, 5 numbers into 21,000. Then food item we buy sugar 500 kilogram. So I'm going to choose the sugar 500 kilogram, each 50. Then enter. And rice 2000 kilogram, each 25. Rice, I'm going to type rice 2000 kilogram and each 45 rupees kilogram, right? And then we have to calculate for the total value of the purchase. So I'm going to press enter, then I'm going to press the enter. Then after the total value come, we have to be type this is local purchase, so it means that within state transaction, so the CGST and SGST will be implemented. So I'm going to be type CGST, how much, 16,855, SGST, right, SGST 16,855. If we want to be proof, I'm going to be proof that, and you can see the text analysis. i3 computer purchase taxable sugar, how much they calculate, 25,000. If it is 25,000, 5%, 1,250. You can see I'm going to be open the calculator. I'm going to open the calculator. You can see, so sugar is computer, okay, computer value is 12%, but food items 5%. So I'm going to be choose the i3 computer total value 128,000, right, into 12%. So 12% mean 0.12. So the total amount 50,360 is taxable, right? So if it is sugar is 5%, it means the food items 5%. So I'm going to be calculate 25,000 into 5% means 0.05. So 1,250. So our calculation and GST and SGST and CGST correct. So there is no issue. So the sugar and rice 5% and the electronic items 12%. So I'm going to be close. I'm going to be escape. So then total amount 16,855. End of the list, yes, and I'm going to be in the, and then yes. So second transaction also we have done. So the third transaction, April 1st, good purchase on credit from the Anwar Traders, GST rate, suppliers Kerala. So it is a very important. His supplier, he is a IGST supplier, okay, he is the IGST supplier. He is the IGST supplier. So he is from Kerala, okay, he is from Kerala. So it is implemented IGST. I'm going to be, if it is purchase, I'm going to be open the purchase vouchers. So I'm going to type Anwar Traders. So I'm going to create the Anwar Traders. So the invoice number is 51. The date is 1st April, so 2018. The party's name is Old Plus C. I'm going to create. The name is Anwar Traders. This is Sunday creditors, and I'm going to the state is Kerala. I'm going to choose the Kerala. Is from Kerala, so it's implement IGST. So I'm going to select Kerala and regular customer. Regular, it means register creditor, and GST number I don't have. If you are working in the company, you know well. So then I'm going to press yes. Then Kerala, India. Okay, so the purchase ledger is IGST credit purchase. So I'm going to create the ledger IGST credit purchase. So Old Plus C IGST credit purchase right. It is coming under the purchase account. GST applicable, and i3 computer 8 numbers, i3 computers 8 numbers. The total value, the each 15,000. The second he is going to, second we buy i5 computer 3 numbers, i5. So I'm i5 computer, how many numbers? 3 numbers, 20,000. So then we have to be implement the tax. This is not local credit purchase, it is IGST credit purchase. It means that inter state transaction, so it is implemented IGST. So I'm going to type IGST rate 21,600, right? If you type SGST, it will not applicable. If you type SGST, it's not applicable. It's tell that no amount, so there is no amount. So if you type IGST, then only, if you type IGST, then only it's then only it will accept. So I'm going to type IGST. So you can see that if you want to be proof that, I'm going to be proof Control plus N. You can see the 180,000 into 12% 0.1, so the amount is 21,600, right? So this is the amount 21,600. I'm going to be close, Control plus M, or I'm going to press here so that it will go on. So the IGST calculate the end of the list, yes. Then I'm going to be served. Now we have enter these 3 transaction. It's relative with the purchase. This is a purchase. These 3 transaction, it is relative with the purchase. We buy 2 items from the within a state transaction, other one is out of the state. So in this first 2 transaction within a state, so we implement CGST and SGST, and then third transaction is it out of the state or between the state transaction, so we implemented IGST. So finally we find out the total value of the IGST amount. I hope that you understand well about the purchase.